Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the last time this weekend, that is, to another DPL match. Well, DPL Rivals, to be precise. I am TH Pine, with me is Addaxi. Say hi.
Hello, everybody.
I hope you're doing well. You cast it earlier today already?
Yes, I did, and we saw some fantastic games between the official DPL as well as we did see a Rivals game, I think, earlier today, but it was not casted over. So, or actually, excuse me, that was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Up on myself. Yes, it was. We had one yesterday at the same time, and now we have one again. So,
yeah, this is the last match. The last match of this weekend. It's Green Office Gang versus the Reds. It's the last Rivals, or the last match in general. All Rivals and DPL matches are done so far. So I'm gonna go over the results of this week really quick. Oh wait, that's the wrong chart. What am I looking at? This is not what I wanted to look at. Okay, we go over this first. So for the Rivals, we had GAC, the developers, versus SOE swinging on them earlier today, 7-4 for GAC. Then LCG won 7-4 over Fierce Blue. The Rise won over Gnome 7-5. I think that's the match we casted yesterday, you and me.
Yes, it is.
Red got a forfeit against Tag 7-0. Revive got a forfeit against Paragon 7-0 as well. And WCG and TFK tied. And the last match is Grog versus the Reds. And so that's that. And this is not what I'm looking for. Oh, there we go. I'm so confused. Why is this written down so weirdly? I can't read that.
Charts, that's what they do to you.
Yeah, charts are weird sometimes. Oh, there we go. Okay, I found it, I believe. What I was looking for. Sorry, I'm prepared. I thought that's what I had the right thing open, and I had, but just didn't look at it correctly. So, yeah, we had earlier today, actually. That was yesterday. Team Flogels versus Mazer, with Mazer taking it, but only with 2 points. Team Flogels tying the first match, the first game, I should say. Then we had SPG versus Hyper, which actually was a tie as well, 6-6, 6-6. Very close match, going the full length. Team Momentum versus BTG. BTG won that one, 7-0, 7-3. I think that was today, right? No, that was.
We saw Momentum versus, I believe it was.
That's week 1. Never mind. I'm just an idiot. I'm sorry. I should have really been prepared more. This is very unprofessional. I'm very sorry.
Well, I can go over today.
No, I have it. It's fine. It's fine. I have it now. I just swapped in the wrong. Looked at the wrong week. So we had Flogels SH. I knew something was off because I was like, wait, Flogels versus Mazer. That doesn't line up. Mazer was today. So we had Flogels versus SH yesterday. That was 6-6-6-6. So full length tie. Then we had BTG versus Fierce, which was very interesting. 7-4, 4-7 a tie. Team Momentum versus Hyper. That was Hyper taking that 7-0, 7-3. Pretty strong. Yeah, they did. And last but not least, we had Mazer versus SPG, with Mazer taking it 7-2, 7-3. So, yeah, and that brings us to the current standings, which just are I had them earlier. We should just start, I guess.
We should just start. Rats and Green Office game are just waiting to get into the game. So we should be loading here momentarily. And Rats, they played in Season 1. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they played in qualifiers for a DPL slot. I think they just wanted to play in Rivals.
I think that is correct.
And Green Office Gang played in qualifiers, I believe. So we'll see what these teams do. One, Green Office Gang maybe trying to get up to DPL throughout this rival season, and Rats, may just be playing for fun. We'll find out, as we are going to start on Don Galahad. This is going to be a very large factory map. We're going to see a eastern-facing green door into a very open storage area. Could be beneficial for the attackers to take if they want to hold some sort of rotate, but the defenders have a lot of control over Toxic here. Office is kind of centralized. You'll see some good angles from Office onto Toxic, as well as onto Highway to sort of counter that fan push if need be, as well as just some interesting VAT placements down here towards the dock. You fall into one of those, you're not going to have a good time. But we will see some barbed wire placements come out from Green Office Gang, starting on the defense. A barbed wire in storage, as well as a barbed wire from shelving into Toxic. Not going to opt to have anybody playing in Toxic, so Power is definitely in play here for Rats, but it seems like they want to go for Fan. We'll see what happens here as they are going to go ahead and begin their push.
River's still in the truck picking up stuff, but the others are going, and there are the first shots being fired by Jacob here through the fan, dealing some damage to Papiraski. Fan is blown, and it seems like Rivers is smoking Dog and then going up. Interesting. Kino is down already. They're trying to push the shelves, but getting shot down. Stick Gamer is falling. Papiraski is being taken out in the center of the shelving units. This is not looking good for the Reds. There is the kill from Hutch into office, taking out another defender. 2 defenders down at that point. Actually, 4. That was a cleanup. Nice. Reviv coming in here for another kill, and now it's actually 2v1. Looking good for the Reds. They turned that around really quickly. They're on bomb, flashing. The defender is rushing in there. Asparaki coming around the corner, taking out Hutch, and now it's down to Reviv versus Asparagi, and they're both hiding behind the shelves. There's still plenty of time. Both low HP. Pistol fight. Reviv wins. Takes the first round for the Reds. That was a quick turnaround.
Yeah, we saw the initial pick from Cat onto Kino, and that really opened up the round for Grog or Green Office Gang. And then 2 immediate trade picks coming from Sick onto Dark, as well as Hutch onto Random. So it was kind of a very, very back and forth round there. Office was definitely a strong position for Green Office Gang to hold, but I think Hutch coming around and killing Cat in that office position allowed for that 1v2 to happen. And Asparagi had a really good play. They had good positioning there, and unluckily, they were just lit up and then cleaned up. So first round going to be handed over to the Rats. Reviv's still alive, going to be picking up a KR as well as that Clacker. A good save of utility as we move on to the second round.
It was a very quick round. So to actually tell you now what I was missing earlier. So the current standings for DPL are Macer on the first slot, 5 points. Then tied for second, BTG and Hyper with 4 points. Fierce on the 4th place with 3 points. Then SH, SPG, and Flogos all with 1 point. And at the bottom of the bracket, Team Momentum with 0 points so far. But I'm sure they're gonna pick up some points throughout the rest of the season.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, back to this game. 1-0 Rats so far.
I mean, Rats are up so far, but I mean, Green Office Gang definitely has the potential to bring it back here. We are going to be on Hades Python. This is a very large kill house. Recently, we've been seeing larger and larger kill houses, which seems to benefit the defenders. So I'm hoping Green Office Gang takes advantage of this. What you usually see from defenders is they need to play anti-utility. They need to play anti-flash. So usually what happens, say, just for example, the defenders will set somebody in club. When the attackers flash out club, that person will fall back and play to run away from another flash and another one until the attackers just have to take raw peeks and the defenders have the advantage. But in this situation, it looks like Rats is actually opting for a wall charge play from club into vault. The
very interesting positioning for it.
Yeah, the vault door does open to block off West Hallway. So I am not surprised that that they've opted just for a wall charge, or, you know, the other common sort of just lockers breach and rush into bomb play. There are ballistic windows on this vault, though. So if anybody tried to set up on that door, I don't think they would have a good time. The plan would get called. Green Office Gang would be prepared. But with this, Rats is probably going to try to provide some sort of dynamic play. Might have a team push into backstage to cover them, to cover their behinds while they go for the initial push. Green Office Gang not going to put anybody in vault. Interesting, but they are going to hold on to button. They've got a Gruber, an Igmar, and a KR all trained on that area of parking garage. So we'll see as Hutch is going to be the first one out of the truck towards that parking garage.
If they rotate, that is. So far, I mean, they can get there, but they're not quite there yet. I wonder if the Watchers will give them anything over just going backstage into lockers, but we'll find out. They're pushing into parking garage, pressing the button, so the rest did not move into place to take this out. But there is a Duck taking the first kill here on Kino through the green door. And they're still in parking garage, you know, 1 man down. Molotov going out to delay them, kind of countering the flash, but not really. They're pushing in. Dark is not flash, I believe, behind the corner, but that's 2 guns looking at him. It's enough, he's still alive. He's somehow still alive, they can't take him out. Oh, Cat coming in from behind, taking out Hutch and Papiraski and Dark. Actually, trade. So they're both down. That means 4 versus 2. Oh, there's another red died here. No, actually, that was the one. Sorry, never mind. Wall charge going off. And Reviv picking up Asparagi here while Sick Gamer is pushing in. Random is pushed off, but Jacob is coming in from behind. And oh wow, good thinking, good reactions here by Sick Gamer, taking him out. He's on bomb diffuser. I don't think Random can stop him, even if he takes out Reviv, which he does. Oh, Sick Gamer is playing the safe. No, why? It's not saving safe. Why did he not just stick it?
Oh no!
Random taking the kill here, securing the round. I think he could have stick that easily.
Yeah, the confidence was there, and just the gunfight was in favor of Random, though. Unlucky picks there for Rats. I mean, the plan was there, the execution was there, and one or two minor mistakes, just giving up those picks like that, just screwed over Rats in the end. I mean, now it's 1-1. Green Office Gang getting a defense round. That's beneficial for them, especially in like the map meta like this, where you need to be winning your defender rounds.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, it was a good push, but if he would have just sticked it on the other side of the door, he would have been fine.
I think so. I would have to agree. But now that we're
was
on
it at least 50% or something? Well,
yeah,
happened.
We do have new chances. There's new opportunities. You can buy yourself a new life here at the C store, Phoenix Apollo. We're going to be at a very interesting storefront, sort of an upside down T shape here. We've got, this map has actually been showing up fairly often recently. We usually see a player in office or on bomb just holding a long line of sight into arcade, and two players holding arcade. And that kind of forces the attackers to play towards that north, like storage and freezer side, where they have to jump over these sandbags and be in an unsafe position. Defenders really have the advantage on this map as long as they set up their crossfires properly. We actually saw earlier today, we saw Momentum spawn peeking this office door here, which was fairly interesting to say the least. There was some damage put off. So, I mean, there was damage put off, but nobody decided to push it. So I'm not surprised, to say the least. But sometimes you got to commit to the plan. You can't roam off. But we'll see what these teams do, as it seems Rats is going to favor the arcade push, and Grog is thinking about just how that green door is going to affect them, possibly setting up a player to play for a door bang here. As remember, that window on freezer is ballistic, so you can see in and out, but you cannot shoot through it. So a smoke here in arcade could definitely favor Rats if they time it properly. But I feel like just the presence of players in arcade could definitely make Rats shy away from that plan and possibly try to put some pressure on freezer. We are going to see Auto Shoddy actually lurking on dark in storage, so that could be very beneficial. And Cat is going to be on that position that I mentioned in office, going to be just waiting for a defuse to door bang onto bomb. We'll see how Grog responds to the push here, as Rats are kind of playing into them, I feel.
Yeah, we'll see if they are able to take power. With Dark sitting in start without a shotgun, this might be hard. Oh, yeah, Reavers is shooting from fan. Dark still has a barbed wire, actually. Sigma pushed in, took out Jacob, but was then revenge killed by Random. They take power eventually. Dark did not really contest it. Molotov is in the arcade entry. Actually, that's a double Molotov now. Or that might have been a flare, actually. Yeah, that's a flare. Molotov ran out, and they're sitting in arcade. Hutch is actually still camping storage. Dark is just Molotoving it off, though. They don't really push it yet. No, there goes flashbangs go out. They rush in. Paparazzi rushes. Random takes him out. Is now in the smoke, kind of safe there. But Cat got the kill in arcade with a long range. Dark's coming out of freezer and has been taken out here. Reeve taking out Cat. Strong push for the Reds. Now it's down to us. Paragi taking this 1v3. And Paparazzi picked up the auto shotgun and finished him off.
Yep. That was a very good push from Rats there. I mean, Sick was actually almost taken out by the door charge. Jacob was clacking, and Sick was taken down to less than 10 HP from his own door charge. So just that one flash and some bad timing gave Rats that initial peak. And then from there, they were just able to take really favorable gunfights and use their utility to push up to the bomb site. Puppy ending up and picking up the auto and just cleaning up the final 2 kills of the round was really good. That was a good show from Rats, and I'd like to see more of that in the next set.
Yep. That was definitely a good push. We will see how they handle the defense on these same maps.
Yeah, same maps, but now on swapped sides.
So far they were like basically not technically, but they almost won all 3 rounds. They definitely showed some dominance here. They lost the second round to a small mistake by Sick Gamer, but I mean, the second round could have gone the other way, I guess. They had some trouble to get through Lumberyard. But we'll see how they handle defense.
We are back on Don Galahad. And once again, we've got that open storage area for Green Door, good for holding flanks, possibly going on a flank. But we've also got the option to go directly from Toxic onto Power. And it looks like Green Office Gang, they've already made their decision. They've got an early line out, and they're just like, hey, Power's right here. It's pretty clean. We should just go for it, you know? And because of that, it looks like Rats is going to be barbing off storage. We'll see if they opt to set a player in Toxic or in Office to try to counter that sort of toxic breach there for Power, or if they decide to, you know, set up for the same plan that Rats had on attack. We'll find out though. Lines are indicating for Green Office Gang that they're going to head towards storage and that Toxic position, definitely wanting to hit Power. Quite risky though, because if you lose your night vision on this map, you've got the defenders capable to use it on C-Store. And since Freezer is the only lit up area on C-Store with the lights off, I'm not sure if Green Office Gang really wants to risk this. We'll find out though, as sometimes, you know, you gotta risk it for the biscuit, as some people say.
Absolutely. What I'm curious about is if they take Toxic, like if they take Power, are they able to actually push through Toxic? Because this is kind of rough. Like there's only catwalks. There are a lot of doors in this room. Even if it's dark, I mean, they're lit up in Toxic, and Toxic doesn't get dark, so...
Definitely. But we also got to be careful about these windows and cross line of sights and storage, you know? You always need to have somebody to hold that flank, because Rats, they're an experienced team. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go for a flank, and Puppy's pretty much set up for a door breach or one of the flanks that we're expecting.
We're gonna have 3 people sitting in office, and 1 sitting very far south, Hutch, with the mob in a truck. They're pushing into Toxic, and setting up for a storage push as well. Random is going for Power, rushing through the barbed wire, taking it out, taking Power. Lights are off. Elif is actually taken out by Random here. He pushed up the stairs successfully. Flares are going out though. Everything is lit up basically. One is next to the bomb. Okay, Cat is actually now contesting the bomb. Hutch moved though. The other attackers are moving into docking unit and going down. Paparazzi died, but the 2 attackers were stopped there. Random is pushing into office, taking out Kino, taking out Sig Gamer. This is looking good for them now. It's all down to Hutch, who's sitting dogs with the mob, and is being taken up by Cat, who saw him here with the saber, picked up the kill. That worked fairly well, I'd say, for Brock.
Yeah. I would have to agree. I mean, the initial push into Toxic, they were just confident in their push. And Reviv, even though he did hit his shots, he just fell off. And because of that, gave up Power. I mean, it's not a bad play. Sometimes you need to fall off. Sometimes you need to rotate out. But because of that, Grog got really good positions on Toxic and Storage. They were able to push up, take a 2v1 with Pup, even though they were traded out by Sick. And from there, you have a player in office and a player on dock. You're completely divided because you have players pushing north and south. So where do you go from there? You don't have much of an option. Then try to take both of your people and fight one of the 2 fronts.
I hope they don't forget to defuse the bomb.
Oh, they should.
It looks like Jacob gets it.
Yeah, he's got the mop and the clacker, so a good save from them. They still have the saber, and they've also picked up an Enigmar. I mean, this is kind of biased, but Enigmar is a personal favorite of mine on attack just because of how deadly it is. You can hit 1 headshot and then a body shot, and defenders are just gone. They're out of it. So not a bad choice. Not a bad choice.
I just noticed that Jacob changed his clan tag to Green Office Reds. So that's mildly confusing.
Well,
we'll see. So that worked well for Grog. So now they're on Kill House. I mean, I guess they still have the night vision, so they probably put it back in the truck. Might use it on the 3rd round, or 6th round rather, in C-Store. We'll see if they also do like just go Lumberyard as the Reds did, or what their plan is.
True. I mean, considering
parking garage. Sorry, not Lumberyard.
Considering that Green Office Gang just won their last round, they're probably going to be fairly comfortable with how they play this one, since they did save the clacker, meaning they have both. I'm not sure if they just go Green Door on this map because, you know, Button is relatively easy to hit, but then from there you've got to walk 5,000 miles to get to Vault, or 5,000 kilometers wherever you are. But I'm not sure. Green Office Gang has a lot of options here. They have more options than Rats did originally. But all pushes are still up for debate on Green Office Gang. It's obvious they've got to hit the button, so they've got to send somebody parking garage, but it seems this time, instead of a wall charge similar to Rat's play, they're going to be going for a lockers push directly into vault. So maybe they'll have one player head towards parking garage, hit the button and guard it so it doesn't get closed, and then they'll have a strong, confident push from that locker position in towards vault. The one issue with this is those vault windows that we mentioned.
Yeah, if a rat is in there, I can call them out. But this is actually very interesting on this map that you can take button easily, but you have to hold it. Because if you don't, then you open up the rotation through lockers and also close the vault door, obviously. So
exactly. But
very interesting position.
Green Office Gang, I think they have custodians hired. I think they can clean up some rats. It's not too big of a deal for them. And Puppy actually going to pick up the auto this round. So maybe
no rat involved.
Maybe this infestation's going to be a little bit rougher than they expected.
Stop, please.
It's going to be
go on.
Garage.
And only 2 people going lockers, actually. No rat is involved, so they're not going to be called out. They're slow walking, but there are lots of rats guarding that place. I mean, Hutch is going to be cut off, but Riviv and Kino will be able to rotate into backstage, and we have Papiruski and Siggamer waiting there. There goes. Vault door is closed. Oh, Molotov doing some damage. Jacob immediately pushing through. Puppy hiding in the vault. Cat takes out Siggamer, and now Jacob is pushing in. Is Papiruski to hold them? Takes one down. Takes one, 2, and Vault door is closed again. What? Oh, they tried to lock him in for the defuse.
Yes,
it could have worked.
The kills.
If Puppy would not have gotten the double kill, the match would have been over, or the round would have been over at this point, because they would not have been able to open it up again. Here Kino picks up Random at the green door, and now Dark and Paraki are kind of I'm butchering this name. Asparagi are kind of out of position. Asparagi taking out Rivet, though, is getting flanked from Kino. Not able to finish it up here. Taking more and more damage. They're both super low HP. 2 people are hiding in vault still. And Kino is trying to find Asparagi, but he's now in position. Oh, he's going to try to get into vault, I guess. He's waiting for his teammate, actually. They still have 45 seconds. He's flashing and going. Oh, Molotov going out. He's down. Down to Dark. 40 seconds. 1v3. Not looking great at all. But the door is open, and they will not be able to close it. So if he takes him out, he can take it. But 35 seconds, kicking the door, Kino finished him off.
Yeah, good round there from Rats, especially Puppy. That was a great hero play there. I mean, the idea was there from Grog. They get into vault, they close it, they get the kill in vault or get the trade. But unbeknownst to them, Puppy has the auto shotty and shuts down both of them. So
there was also some damage thanks to the Molotov, so that helped.
Yes. So instead of getting the trade there and winning the round by defusing, Grog's own plan kind of messes them up because they didn't expect the auto shotty to be played on Killhouse. So unfortunate, but definitely I would say a superior plan to then what Rats had set up.
Yep. It was a little unfortunate that they did not manage to get the flashbang deep into vault. Papirovsky was hiding in the last corner, but it's kind of tricky off an angle because there's this cutout in the room. So Puppy was not flashed, or at least not flashed enough, and was able to take them out. So that's how it went, I guess. But well, 3-2 now, so anyone's game for sure right now.
Definitely. I would have to say, as we re-arrive on Phoenix Apollo, this is a very complex C-store. I know we've already gone over the basic positions for defenders to hold, but I'm wondering, will Rats do that? Or will they decide to sit in some sneaky corners, be Rats themselves? Like we saw the auto shotty in storage last time. Maybe Rats opts to do that. Maybe we'll see auto shotty in freezer. I'm not too sure, because this map, not to say it's super dynamic, but there's so many different options here. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that while you do have shed fairly open, you're either going to have to commit through storage or you're going to have to commit a red door to get that. So it's really
potentially you can wall charge into it, I guess.
But... Oh, true. And that gives you more it gives you a faster pace to get into the bomb site. But I think there's better options for them to use that wall charge on say, the kill house and our factory map.
I mean, or just storefront.
Yeah, you can even go storefront, which is
what Grog
seems like that's
planning
what they're
to do
opting
right now.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, they also plan to go into Tela and press the button. So
Yeah.
They really want those shutters open one way or the other.
Maybe we'll see an initial wall charge and then a late pressure from green to try to make that button come open, so it's a lot easier for Jacob to snipe. Because he does have that mop. Deadly weapon, one shot to defenders. If
all moving south. It's only Random who might be going through Freezer, actually, which is probably not enough to clear a teller, but we'll see. We will see. They're setting up. I think they have to. They're placing Watcher on the left. Oh no, that's his corner smoke. And then placing it center. Kino immediately opening fire. Random pushing in from north. But as Paragi has been taken out while pushing in. The next one pushing in, going down as well. They're struggling, and even Random is been taken out. Okay, that's the first kill. Oh, that was actually a team kill. That's 4 kills for the Reds, I guess. Kino taking out Hutch here. A little unfortunate. Jacob cannot land those mob shots with the mob he stole, which is very unfortunate. I guess he stole it in round 1 and put it back in the truck on round 2. So yeah, I mean, it's a one-shot body shot. If he would be hitting them, he would be killing them. So I guess he's not. It's very unfortunate. Now it's 2v4, and they're still outside, flashing in, but there's so many guns looking at them. Cat is pushing in, gets the kill on Kino here. That might be the time for changes. Reeve is a little scared of that mob outside, for good reason. Cat is contesting the teller hole. Jacob is Reeve gets him here. Reeve gets him, takes him out. Now it's 2 versus 1. Cat with the saber. Can he do it? 45 seconds. Still has plenty of time. We will see if Sick Gamer is pushing him, maybe. Yeah, he is. Oh, finds from the side. He gets Reviv, but Sick Gamer takes out Cat and secures the round for the Reds. 4-2. Good defense.
Yeah, really good prediction play there from Rats. I mean, they did barb up Arcade in case of that direct push into the bomb site, but they were prepared for that storefront breach, and it was a beautiful display of skill there. I mean, the immediate picks just ruined the push there for Green Office Gang, and then they had to trickle in later down the road, and Rats let them. And what that did is it gave Grog that false sense of confidence that, hey, we still have a chance in this round. But the position for Rats, they were just able to call out, since they had a player in tellers, they were just able to call out, oh yeah, moving towards storage, moving towards freezer. Oh, he's just sitting on the bomb. Get ready to peek him, etc., etc. So Rats just using that information like very well, I would say. And because of that initial push shutdown, I think Rats have shown that they might pull out a win from this one if they continue playing like that. We are on Galahad Fang, though. This is a very interesting factory map. It's one of the new ones from the past rotation.
It's huge.
We have 2 fallen like bridges here on Toxic.
Hardcore.
So hardcore parkour.
Axel likes to put some parkour elements in his Toxic rooms.
So if Toxic is breached, then you're probably just going to see a simple line of sight locking it down somewhere. So Toxic might not be the play, even though power is fairly free there. Docks, you've got the dock to wall charge, but it's just extremely open. I mean, somebody could be sitting all the way on like this bomb position over here and snipe into dock, and that's just not going to be very fun for
the main factory floor is just huge. There's so many angles. West office, catwalk, potentially even east office from the door. I guess that you cannot get on the shelving unit, but you can sit behind the big shelves. You can sit in Toxic on the other catwalk. Like, you can sit everywhere. It's really hard to push in either the red door or the wall charge, but it seems like to go through the red door. So.
I mean, it looks like Rats want to barb up east office because they think it's just going to be a green door play, but red door is definitely of key potential here for Grog. I mean, placing just 1 smoke on dock would allow them to get this cover that they need on conveyors, especially if they're able to hold west office. But I mean, we'll see what Rats can contest here, as Reviv is going to be set up with Kino in west office, Gruber and Igmar. We'll see what they can do, as it will be the dock's breach. Just a door charge for Grog.
I don't see a mob for the defenders here. Surprisingly, actually. So they're pushing in. Flashbang immediately crossfire. Reviv taking us. Asparagi immediately. Puppy and him laying down fire here on the open door. They expected that push for sure. We have 3 Rats sitting on the eastern part of the map looking at this position. First one pushing in and it's been taken out. The next one's pushing in, it's been taken out. And also Reviv contesting them from the office. This is not a good position to push in, especially without the smoke. You mentioned they should put the smoke on dock, but they didn't. So yeah, that's what's happening. 3 Reds looking from the east, shooting them as soon as they go in, shooting gallery basically. And Reviv sitting in that west office, and now it's even as Kino pushing on the catwalk, trying to bait them, and that's all the Grog players down. That was a clean sweep. They're no immediately making a beeline to pick up the equipment.
Yeah.
The Reds are just swarming them, just swarming the dead bodies.
I mean, that's what they do. That's what they do.
Why did they throw the flare out? I guess because they want to pick up other stuff. Well, they've still plenty of inventory space, so weird.
We'll see. I mean, Rats, just like I mentioned, the lines of sight there were just not in favor of Green Office Gang. I mean, maybe if they had gone for an office take, their home territory, they would have gotten it. But the Rats were just all over this factory, and it was just devastating for Green Office Gang there. They were not able to clean it up.
Could have worked wonders there, but they did not. So, yeah. Too many sides.
Now 5-2 in favor of Rats. We are going to see our new kill house map. It is going to be Crimson Deadliest. Lockers here. Kind of interesting. We've got a very kind of pinchy point here. I mean, if you decide to go through it, you're going to have almost direct access to the bomb site, but the capability for defenders to just barb it is not going to be very useful or not very helpful for attackers. Checkpoint's always an option, but I mean, this kidney has a clean rotate out, so playing it could be very, very dangerous for the attackers. So I'm thinking the attackers, their best bet is either office or lockers, and it looks like Green Office Gang, they're going for lockers. I mean, maybe they should be going for office. It's in the name, but I won't blame them. It's their strategies. I'm not going to call the shots here for them. We might see a split here as Green Office Gang is marking some players on checkpoint possibly, and Rats is going to be barbing both entrances to bomb site. It seems like possibly a barb on lockers, maybe a Molotov saved towards office. We usually don't see Molotovs marked down on the map, but some teams do like to plan them out in accordance to things. So Rats is expecting this office breach, and they're bringing auto shoddy for it.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Edit.
Yeah, we'll see what they do with it, as they are going to have a player in that kidney on checkpoint.
Double.
So a split
He's double barbing the office entry. Wow. Interesting. I would have expected the barb wires to be inside kitchen because that's easier to hold from kitchen, but it would have put it in the corner outside. So
I mean, we'll see. I really want to look out for Kino here. He could do work.
Actually, they double barb both entries. The other entry is also two barb. That's crazy. Okay, they're flashing into lockers. What? Bad frag! No! Two of them down already. Random just pushing in, being taken out. That was just desperate now. Wow, well, that didn't go well. The other two now walking into checkpoint. Kino opening fire here. Puppy with the auto shotgun through the wall. This is not going to end well at all. Cat taking a lot of damage. Cat might die here. Oh, from behind. Sick Gamer coming from behind, cleaning them up. Getting the double kill here. Finishing off the round. That was, well,
unfortunate.
Anticlimactic, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes that stuff happens. Sometimes people miss frag grenades. We've seen it even in upper league. People miss frag grenades and light themselves up to 1 HP.
Absolutely, that happens.
I mean, I can't blame them. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a few mishappens with frag grenades, but we won't get into that. We won't get into that.
I'm wondering if he meant to use a flashbang there.
Possibly.
And just use the wrong equipment.
We'll see. I mean,
or he predicted the barbed wire placement and just failed to miss the frag throw. Who knows?
Yeah. Now Rats, match point. They're up, and Grog has to tie it, or else they are done with this one. So
yep, Rats cannot lose anymore.
Dark Shark. Who knows? Maybe Dark will go off this game, or this map. Excuse me, because it does seem like it favors his name. Rats. Defending. What would you do here? Probably storage is not the best take for attackers because of how close quarters office and arcade can be. But I believe, let me check shortly. Yeah, this office red door is a free red door.
Oh.
You can shotgun that from storage. If you look on the map, this is a tip for new players if you didn't know. If you take a look at satellite view, you see the door alarm or the fire alarm on the door. That is the side of the door that the opening is on. So that's where you need to shoot to open the door. So that is.
Are you sure you can shoot this through the office? Well, I guess it's penetratable,
sure.
But it's going to be hard to hit. I think it's possible, but it's going to be a really tough shot.
Definitely possible, but we'll see if either of these teams think about that. I mean,
the main issue right now is that I believe Green Office Gang is out of clackers. So.
That would not be okay. I mean, they did bring in door charge last round, and
the one before Factory, they tried to breach the red door next to Doc and failed.
Yeah.
And
they have wall charge, hoping that Rats clacks it. I guess maybe you're opting for a wall charge from storage into bomb site. I'm not too sure, but they have to go green door here, and Rats is aware of it. They're going to be barbing it up, and it's just
the Reds don't have a clacker.
7 Molotovs.
It's gonna be. This is gonna be on fire.
This
they can't
is not okay.
They can't just lock them out forever.
This is not okay. I'll let you go.
First Molly going off, smoking in. Actually, I mean, I guess the Molotov runs out before the smoke does. That's a frag to clear out the bar. There we go. Molotov's out. They're rushing into the smoke. 2 immediately died. There was more Molotovs. I didn't saw them. They just ran into the Molotov because they didn't saw it either. They saw them either, I guess.
The nade didn't blow up the bar.
That's interesting.
It only blew up one of the barbed wires here in the back.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But that's why you don't rush into smoke. I mean, I guess it's the only option here, really. I mean, I don't know. I'd have put the smoke a little bit different, and they're all dying to fire. And that's it. Game for Rats.
That's it, everybody.
That was anticlimactic, for sure. But yeah, a little unfortunate, I have to say. I don't think Green Office Gang played bad. They kind of choked on the last 2 rounds, or on the second to last round. This one was just like couldn't win this. It was basically impossible or very hard to do. The Factory before was a little. Their planning did not go quite well, and then they choked with the bed frag on the Kill House map, and then they just set up for a disaster on this one. But the first 3 rounds they actually played okay. I mean, the Reds were dominating first few rounds. I mean, not just 3. The Reds dominating or were picking up more rounds, but it was not super one-sided, and they should have some good plays. But
I think Rats just really came alive there in the second half, and they just shut down every play that Green Office Gang tried to do. I think Green Office Gang, once they got those initial rounds, they were just like, okay, guys, we're going to try to amp up the pace here. And because of that, they took a risk that they could not back themselves on, and they end up getting in that situation where they don't have clackers, but they have wall charge and just bad situations like that. And in that case, Rats just wins. So...
Absolutely. I mean, that means all the matches have been locked in for this week. So I'm going to try to give you a short overview of the rivals standings right now. So on the first place, we have Giant Enemy Crab, LCG, and the Rats, in fact, Red Team with... and Rise. We have multiple teams with 4 points. So those are all teams that won both weeks so far. And then following up, we have Gnome, Fierce Blue, Shadow. No, Reviv, sorry. I jumped a line. It was like Shadow did not play. Swinging on them with 2 points. And then we have WCG, the Fridge Knights, with 1 point. And the rest of the teams did not play or lost all their matches so far, so have 0 points. So we will see how that continues over the week. We will see at least... I guess 2 less teams having 6 points next week, so should be get a little thinner on the top of their board, I would expect. It will have to happen this way because it's a Swiss. But we'll see. We'll see who can prevail.
DPL is formatted just slightly differently. Every team will play every team once, so it's more of like a round robin.
Absolutely. DPL, the upper league is a round robin with double, like best of 2 matches every week, basically. While the rivals league is a Swiss system, basically a little bit modified, not a standard Swiss, but it's basically Swiss. So the top teams will play against each other, which means they cannot all continue to win because one of them has to lose. So we'll see who will prevail next week, and also we'll see who's playing, and we'll see who prevails, or we will pick up some points next week in the DPL. We can go over the schedule really quick. So week 3 will be Macer versus Hyper. That could be interesting for sure. They're both in good standings right now. With I think they both have Macer has 5 and Hyper has 4 points. Yeah, they're both one of the top teams here. So that's one of the more important matches for sure. SPG versus BTG. Well, important for BTG really. SPG only 1 point, but they're very strong, and they had tough matchups, didn't they? I think they played Mesa today, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and last week they played Hyper, and they tied them. So they had hard matchups so far. So SPG definitely up there, and if BTG fails to beat them, they drop out of the upper area of the ladder so far, or bracket. So important match for sure. Obviously for SPG as well. If they want to get up there out of the bottom bracket, then they have to win that match. Then we will have Flogels versus Fierce, and Momentum versus SH. So that's going to be next week, and obviously a bunch of rifles matches.
Some exciting games to look out for. I'd have to look out for them. I mean, other than that, unless we have some closing remarks, I think we're ready to close it out here.
Yeah, one more closing remark, actually. So, yeah, that's what's happening next week. And after that, we'll going to a 2-week break for the holidays, for Christmas and New Year. And we will be back in January. But, well, first there's one more week. Let's not get ahead of myself here.
One more week,
and then we'll take a break, and we'll be back in January.
Don't leave just yet. We'll be back next week.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to try to cover as many Rivals matches as reasonable possible. Hopefully they don't schedule all during the TPL matches again, because that's what happened the last 2 weeks. Yeah. I mean, it's the weekend, so it's understandable. But yeah. Anyway, that's it from us. I'm TH Pine, and this has been Addaxi.
Hello, and thank you very much for watching. This was, what was it? Rats and Green Office Gang. I'm having short-term memory loss.
It's okay.
Hi on. Thank you for casting with me tonight. It was amazing looking over this game, and I hope you all have an amazing night.
See you next time.